Oh man, it's this again! Hey guys, this is Gamer Cloud, finally redoing this LP, Pokemon TCG2 Stream LP stuff now, so the format is very slightly changed, and I even got the box art for this game. It's pretty great. So, last time I looked at what I said I would do last time, and what I said I'd be doing is going through the clubs and stuff from the original island, because why not? Basically, but also because, well, the trainers have got new stuff, and some of them have got new packs and things too, so, well, worth doing. I won't be needing the packs that much, however, because most of the stuff I could possibly get I will have already gotten by now. Because in the remaking of this save file, which I had to do, I basically decided I'd go stuff it and pretty much get all of the cards I could get. Almost. There's a couple of cards which I would like, but will not stress over at this point. So, that basically boils down to rocket cards, which we won't be getting. But, we are going to go with a Blastoise deck, because we were using a Blastoise deck, I think, in the last part. And it's a very different Blastoise deck, though, because this is a different way of playing now. Having played the current TCG quite a lot, and finding out how stuff works with that, I've decided I would remodel my deck styles into a more, not quite competitive as such, because I don't think I'm that good, but into a much more functional machine of sorts. And so what we've got here, of course, we've got the Blastoise stuff, less of the stage 1 than the stage 2s, because I'll be using Pokemon Breeder quite a lot in this, just like Rare Candy in the current game. And I have Dark Blastoise and regular Blastoise here, because the regular Blastoise's Rain Dance can pump up the Dark Blastoise that I bring out with Pokemon Breeder, and the Dark Blastoise does more damage for the energy cost. You do 70 for 4, 50 for 3, instead of 40 for 3 and 50 for 4. And you do 60 for 5 with this Blastoise as well. So basically this is a more efficient attacker. So I'd be trying to use regular Blastoise in a bit more of a support role here. To kind of go with that, I'm gonna try out this Kingler. Usually this would be a Dewgong slot, but I want to try out Kingler just because 80 for 4, man. I know it doubles the damage that you take next turn, but 80 damage for 4 energy, you can't really go wrong with something like that. Well, you can, but it's pretty difficult to go wrong with something like that. So, yeah, especially in this day and age, 80 is going to knock out most everything that's not stage 2, or Chansey. Almost everything that's not those two. Because everything here is weak against lightning, I'm using Mr. Mime with neutral damage to power. So when this thing is on the bench, no weakness and resistance is ever applied. Which means that lightning Pokemon we would come across, which we may well come across in this place, you know, lightning Pokemon will not be doing double damage whilst my Mr. Mime is out. So if I come across a lightning deck, then this is obviously going to be one of the first things I want to search out. It doesn't work whilst it's active, however, but that will only happen if Gust of Wind comes into play and stuff like that. Trainer-wise, I'm using one Super Energy Retrieval because I only have one. It's a promo card in this game, so it's difficult to get more than one of it, and I just haven't had that. Challenge is still as broken as ever because it's just a free draw 2. Professor Oak is a draw 7 when you discard your hand, obviously. Energy Retrieval because I don't have 2 supers. Itemfinder is something we haven't seen yet, but is incredibly broken. Those of you who have played in the previous format, like the Heart Gold On format, will know this as Junk Arm. Basically, you discard, yeah, as you can read, you discard 2 cards from your hand, and you get any trainer card back from the discard pile. So, anything I've already used, I can get back very easily. Gust of Wind is the catcher, obviously, of the old age, so there is that. I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I would want to discard, per se, so I'm not using as many Computer Search as I should. But, yeah, it's the exact same Computer Search that the A-Spec is nowadays, except you can play 4 of it in this game, because the old days were pretty broken. So there's that. 4 bill. Nightly Garbage Run is super odd. That's what it was reprinted as. So it's basically the same thing. I get cards back from the discard. Whoop-de-doo. I would like to put energy removal in here, but I think energy retrieval is a bit more important because that lets me discard the energy early so that I can get Blastoise turn 2 just about all the time, hopefully all the time, and we'll get going. So now that all of that has taken like 5 minutes of explanation, I'm gonna probably be able to get all 4 of these done in one video now, because the deck's a lot better than the old stuff, so it should run faster, especially because I have weakness on my side here, so I don't need to even set up quite as much as before. So hopefully we'll see it go by faster, but apparently neither of us has a basic, so that's pretty great. Let's speed that up. Yeah, I'm gonna speed up like draw 7s and stuff when I need to, so that's fine. Krabby's not exactly the ideal starter, but then again it's got Call for Family, so it's not the worst starter ever. And I do get to go first, which is always a good thing. So what can we do with this starting hand over here? Not too much. I have 2 Professor Oaks, so there's not really any point in keeping both of them. So we can search out any one card that we want here, which I think should probably be Squirtle. See, both of my Kingler are in the deck. I could get Kingler out, but I don't think I really need it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and get Squirtle, I think. Yeah, there's not much else to do. So we'll put that down on the bench. We shall put an energy on the Krabby and then Call for Family. Get ourselves out the other Krabby. So now let's see what he does. I think this Growlithe's got Minor Errand running if it has 2 energy on it, which could be pretty good, but he doesn't have 2 energy, so whatever. Let me take a look. Yeah, oh, it's just Errand running. If you get Hedge, you get a trainer from your discard. No, it's from your deck. There is a card, I don't think it's in this game, but there is a card that gets trainers from the discard. But I think it's past this set, so I don't actually remember which one it is. I could I'm gonna say Super Rod, even if it's Nightly Garbage Run, but I can recover Dark Blastoise later, so let's just go ahead and draw 7 here. Get ourselves a challenge, which is pretty good. I could put Warsortle down, but I want to see what I draw first. Oh, Professor Oak. Okay, so let's just play this stuff down then. Attach an energy to Squirtle? Yeah, might as well. Wartortle that thing up. And yeah, let's Oak again. Unlike Professor Juniper, which is what is basically Professor Oak in the modern game, you can play any number of these per turn, so I can just rip straight through pretty much all of my deck here and get what I need out right now. I kind of wish I hadn't evolved now, because I could get stuff with that, but you know what? I can Pokemon Trader Wartortle in for Kingler, and we'll see if I can get Kingler's ability, first attack to work here. So, Saltwater, if I flip heads, which I don't, but if I flipped heads, I could have gotten 3 water energy from my deck onto Kingler here. Is he going to get this trainer? No, he is not. But it doesn't really matter too much. I can Breeder into Dark Blastoise from the bench, so that's pretty good. I have a challenge. I can use challenge and get some more cards. Oak and Item Finder. Item Finder is very good right now because I could get myself out. I could get myself out a switch here. So if I get rid of Gust of Winds, because I'm gonna probably Professor Oak anyway. There are 3 in the discard already, so this is gonna be my last Oak. But you know what? I'm just about out of my deck anyway. So, who cares, right? Yeah, so we'll just take a switch, use that to go to Dark Blastoise, attach to said Dark Blastoise, and then we shall Oak, draw 7. I've got a regular Blastoise, so that goes down there, blah 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 blah. You know, Rain Dance is in play, so I can play all of my energy down. This is pretty much how the games are gonna go at this point, and hey, Faltos, how are you doing? I have a 4th energy. I don't need that many energy in this game, but I don't care. I want a Hydro Cannon for the max amount of damage, which is going to be 140. So heck yeah, and there's my Super Energy Retrieval. That was actually prized. But you know what? That's perfectly fine, because I have in my discard pile 4 Water Energy. So if I use Super Energy Retrieval, discard Mime, and Pokemon Trader, we can get back all 4 of those energy, and rain down all 4 of those energy in just one turn. Because that's just how this deck rolls. Yeah. I don't even need to put the other Squirtle down, but I'm going to anyway. And yeah, this is Blastoise, pretty much. This is what happens with Blastoise in TCG2. He gets 20 damage off on me. Who cares? I'm hitting for 140. Why would I need to bother about that? So yeah, Blastoise, it's pretty good. I know I'm sort of playing type advantage here, but I don't really need to. I'm just playing it because I can. You know, because we were using a water deck in the LP before I stopped, so I might as well use it now as well. And we get ourselves Assault Packs. This is one set of packs I have not had very many of because I didn't really grind for these at all. And of course we get the worst card in existence. Hells yeah! It doesn't matter though, because as I've said before, I really don't need any cards at this point. And hey, I could grind this guy if I ever want more of these. Oh man, double Kabutops. That's like the greatest set of packs in the universe. Oh man. Yeah, so that is him, and Adam is next, I suppose. Spot Voltage. So this guy actually is using electric types as well. So our all water deck here would potentially suffer if it wasn't for the fact that I have Mr. Mime. So hopefully Mr. Mime's not going to be prized, because that would suck. But if it's not prized, then I should try and pick it out pretty quickly. Once again with a Krabby start here. That's pretty weird, starting Krabby 2 games in a row. Not gonna lie, that is definitely odd. I don't have an Oak in this hand, but I do have 2 Challenge, so that should be pretty useful. Bill and Breeder there. Okay, that's not terrible, because I get a Squirtle, so I can breed her into Dark Blastoise next turn. Pretty good. More Squirtle, so yeah, we're doing alright. I'm going to attach 1 to this Krabby. Now will get me another Krabby onto the bench next turn. I'm going to discard 1 of the Dark Blastoise along with the Water Energy so that I can pull out something else here, which I think is going to be a Professor Oak. I can't really see me getting much else here. I could get Mr. Mime, but I don't think it's really necessary at the moment. It's good to know it's in the deck, but I think I want a draw for next turn, so I'm just going to get that out. He doesn't have any lightning Pokemon yet anyway, so I can just go ahead and do this. And get me out another Krabby. So the reason I'm using Krabby over Seal at the moment is just because of that, and well, looks like none of this setup is required because he doesn't have anything going anyway, so let's just put him out of his misery and Iron Grip for the win. Yeah. Pretty sad state of affairs when you get the turn 2 kill with a Krabby, but that's what happens sometimes. He completely burned out. So what packs did he give? Premier. Basic set. Oh boy, Ninetales. I actually don't have 4 of this at the moment. Yeah, I actually don't have 4 of this one. The only reason I don't like this card is because it takes 4 energy of fire energy to attack. It's a very powerful attack, but on an 80 HP stage 1 Pokemon, taking 4 of specific energy, as in no double colorless usable, it's too slow. But it's a very powerful card, so if you could use it, then hey, go ahead. Now we get to fight a guy which I have grinded a lot, because this guy gives legendary packs, and I needed a lot of legendary packs because I needed to get all sorts of Pokemon from there. So yeah, this isn't going to be a thing. We're starting Squirtle this time, and we have a Breeder and a Trader in our starting hand. This is a very good starting hand. Yeah, I'm not going to get knocked out in one shot because he doesn't play Voltorb, so that's pretty good for me. He plays Charmander, however, so that's going to be useful. Not really, but you know, I'm trying to stay positive on his side. More Squirtle, more Pokemon down on the bench. What I might do next turn is I might trade away Dark Blastoise for a regular one. I haven't yet decided whether I'm going to do that or not, but that's fine. I need to keep cards back though, so I probably won't, because if I computer search in discard, switch and trader, I could get an Oak so that I could set up better. So I think I probably won't. We'll see what I draw though, because if I draw Professor Oak, then I could definitely go ahead and do that and get the Blastoise out. Except he's going to Ember, so that's going to take me out anyway. Huh. Not getting that paralysis and going second kind of hurts. There are Squirtles that have got 50 HP, but I like the paralysis rate on this thing, so let's see then. If I use Breeder and go to Dark Blastoise, then I can't actually attack this turn, but if I discard Kingler, I can still get a Professor Oak. So let's go for regular Blastoise here, because there's plenty of energy in my deck, there's plenty of Oaks and stuff to go for. Yeah, none of your Pokemon can evolve into Blastoise, of course, but we have Pokemon Breeder. So Breeder will let me go straight into Blastoise, and now all hell can break loose. Computer Search, discard the last two. Oh, Professor Oak was the second card in my deck. I'm used to just sorting the deck automatically now, just because it's easier for me to see what's left, you know. I wish you could do that on PTCGO, that would be so good. And oh man, we have ourselves free energy on this turn on Blastoise, just from that hand, and I have a Bill and a Professor Oak that I can still play as well. This deck, man, is so freaking ridiculous. Seriously, it is just way too strong sometimes. Drawing another Oak is not really a good thing there, but oh well. Nightly Garbage Run will put these cards back in deck. I could Oak, but I don't really need anything else at the moment because I've got Blastoise with free energy on it, so who cares, basically. More Squirtle, that's really good because now I can use that for Dark Blastoise next turn. Kingler drawn again, don't care about that. I'm just gonna Hydro Pump the world because that's what we do here. More Squirtle, wow, I had 2 Squirtle prized, I didn't even realise that. But it doesn't matter because Blastoise just wrecks everything. Especially everything fire typed. So yeah, that's this one done as well. Blastoise is like the only form of energy acceleration in this game, like in this format, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, we get Legends packs from him. I'm looking for one more card from the Legends packs, but it's not essential to get. This wasn't exactly it, but Venusaur is pretty cool. You know, it's got 100 HP, it's got that really nice energy trans power, which can make for some very nice combos. Very cool stuff. You know, Switch is really good with this guy. So yeah, pretty good card, but I think I've already got like 6 of it by now, so oh well. Oh yeah, this was one card I was sort of looking for, because I might actually put a third one of these into the decks I'll be using when we get back to the storyline here. Mewtwo, we know what this Mewtwo does, I'm pretty sure I've used this before, but it works very good against Psychic Energy, which is obviously kind of important for one of the places we have left to go. And I didn't grind for this guy, so I have 3 of it now. I had 2 going through my replay through, and now I've got 3. He has a handle because he's weird, I don't know, Mewtwo's always had that. It's just weird. And now let's fight Ken, because Ken has gotten packs and stuff, and he's actually very weird in this game. Ken's deck is not very good, but it's of 3 different types in this game. and it's kind of very dumb. He plays a fire-fighting water deck in this game. I don't have any idea why, but he does. And this hand is pretty terrible. We don't have any sort of draw or search in the starting hand here. Really, if I could fit more computer search in, I would probably do so. But hey, we do have a trader, which is really nice. But yeah, he plays Hitmonchan, he plays Arcanine, he plays Jugon, I think. That's the 3 main cards he plays. So, kind of a weird setup. Yeah, I haven't got much more to add to it than that, it's just weird. This Hitmonchan is pretty powerful for 1 energy though. It's only got 1 attack, but as I think I've said before, it does 20 damage to the active and 10 to one of the opponent's bench for just 1 energy. It's like a mini Landorus almost. Oh, he plays Dodrio too, okay. Dodrio is probably for the retreat aid, because his Pokemon have got like 2 retreat or 3 retreat each. Ah, Kingler, useless. Let's trade that away. And we shall get ourselves out of Dark Blastoise, I think. Because I can attack for 2 energy with Dark Blastoise. That's the other advantage with it, is that I can attack for less energy with Dark Blastoise. So, yeah, it doesn't quite kill though. Which is kind of obnoxious. It doesn't matter though, because he's not actually attaching to the Hitmonchan anymore. You know what? I'm just gonna keep on charging this Dark Blastoise up here. We might not even want to go. We might not even need. Bleh! Let me try that again. We might not even need to get regular Blastoise out this game. We might just be able to carry ourselves with Dark Blastoise. I can't talk sometimes. It's kind of obnoxious, but whatever. 2 heads, Fury attack, 20 damage, who cares? I do 50 in 1 shot now, so I just kill this thing outright. Itemfinder. What items have I used? Breeder and Trader. They're both useless in this situation. Let's just oak this hand. So I've got a Retrieval, not really a good set of cards there, but whatever, let's put that on you. Hydro Cannon for 50. Easy knockout is easy. More drawing is good, and next turn I can attach so I do 70 and just knock this thing out. See, not attaching the energy means that he actually put the water on seal to attack instead, manipulating the AI a little bit. If I had an extra energy on me there, he would have probably attached to one of the benched Pokemon, which I wouldn't necessarily want, because I'm making him waste energy, which is always good in my books. Computer Search can let me discard 2 water, because I've got energy retrieval, so that's good. Yes, Dark Blastoise does a maximum of 70. You can only attach 2 extra water to it to get damage off. What do I want to get here? I could get Nightly Garbage Run, but I think I want to get Breeder? I have a Squirtle on the bench, so if I get Breeder, then I could potentially get Blastoise regular out soon. But anyway, I've got 2 Oaks in hand, I can't use 2 Oaks, so we'll do that, basically. I've already attached this turn, so Hydro Cannon for 70 damage. Trader! Very good, right, awesome. I can now get Blastoise on the field too. Excellent stuff. Doing good this game. Doing very good. Like, this deck is setting up pretty much as fast as I want it to. And just so happens that I draw a Pokemon to trade her away with. Always good. Oh, Blastoise was at the top of that. Whatever, does not matter. Breeder, Blastoise, you go down. Rain Dance rains all my water energy on the field. And Professor Oak, I don't need to Gust of Wind here, do I? I'm going to anyway, just because Growlithe has got 2 energy on it. He might pull out an Arcanine and just hit me for 50 and kill me, which wouldn't be very good. We'll just Oak anyway, why not? I have 4 draw 2 cards off of that Professor Oak. 4 draw 2 cards. What the hell, game? What the hell? I've now got 5 draw 2 cards. I need more draw 2 cards, you know. Yep, I need more draw 2 cards. What are you gonna do, man? Double tails once again. Nothing too special out of him. More breeder, don't need more breeder, I just need Hydro Cannon. Just need to Hydro Cannon the world. More draw 2! We have 6 draw 2 cards in our hand. 6 draw 2 cards. Jesus freaking god hell, man. We have so many draw 2 cards now. It's kind of absurd. There we go, that's game 1. 6 prizes, 6 draw 2 cards, sounds like plan to me. This guy, I think, does he give you flight packs? I don't remember if he gives you flight packs. He does give you flight packs. I haven't had too many of these, so there's a couple of cards in here which would be quite good. This is actually one of them. I only have one of this card. I don't generally use Hitmonlee because it takes more energy than Hitmonchan to use, and it only has 60 HP instead of 70. But it does do 50 instead of 40 with its high energy attack. It has 1 retreat cost, and Stretch Kick does 20 snipe for 2 fighting. So Hitmonlee is not a bad card. Hitmonlee is a really nice card, it's just it takes 2 energy to start attacking, which is a little bit slower than Hitmonchan. So I tend to prefer Chan, but Lee is good too. Oh, and he gives you this type of pack too, so both of the packs which I haven't had very much of are available here. Lass, a card which I have not used yet, but is one of the most broken cards in the game, really. But only as of 1 or 2 of at most. So you can see both of us have to... It's kind of like Getsus. Getsus is like a remodeling of Lass here, because Lass affects both players, but yeah, there's just... This is really disruptive. Really disruptive. It's not like N at all. N is completely different to this. Getsus is the new card, that new supporter that came out, which basically you look at the opponent's hand, you send all items from that hand back into their deck, and for every one that you send back, you draw a card. This is a similar idea, except it kind of does it to both players, and there's no draw and stuff. But yeah, it's a very good card. I just haven't really had space for stuff like that. Kinda screws you over too as well, yeah, but you can work around it. If you've already set up and they haven't set up yet, like if you go first, and you basically get all of your draw stuff done turn 1, you get a really good starting hand, and then you last them out of every card they've got, basically, because most decks will be using 30 to 40 trainers, so you'll be lasting them out of a lot of cards, probably. And if not, well, they had a sucky hand anyway, so who cares? Ahoy, lassie! Yes, so that is the Fire Club done, 1 of 8, I guess. So, with that done, this is going to be this part finished. Next time, I'm gonna let the stream chat decide which club we go to next. So yeah, every club is available, and that's basically that. So, this has been GamerCow playing Pokemon TCG 2, nearly half an hour on this part, but that does not matter, because we have finally restarted this LP, and holy god, it feels good playing this again. See you guys next time.